This is Tom Grassi, and this is 30 and 30, and you're watching Illogical Canadian.
Bonjour mes amis, je suis l'Illogical Canadien, and welcome back to another week in review. Week 8, trade deadline week. At the time of this recording, not a lot has really happened with the trade deadline. But what has happened is a shit ton of football. Chaos spreads throughout the land, some in good ways, others not so much. But what happened this week? Well, why the fuck do you think I keep making these videos? So, without further ado, let's get ourselves into it, shall we? Let's start where it all began. For Thursday Night Football, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Buffalo Bills in an interconference showdown. A close game score-wise, just not so much anywhere else because this game was kind of meh. But same token, I don't know what the hell you really expected. For the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield went 25 for 42, 237 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Rachaad White carried it 9 times for 39 yards, and he also caught it 7 times for 70 yards. For the Bills, Josh Allen went 31 for 40, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. James Cook carried it 14 times for 67 yards. For receiving, it was Shakir, 6 receptions for 92 yards, as Buffalo is able to emerge from this game victorious. Final score 24-18 on Thursday Night Football. At least it did something, right, Buffalo? You managed to get a win after that god-awful loss to the Patriots last week. Seriously, how the fuck do you lose to the Patriots? For our next matchup, we've got the power in the battle of MetLife Stadium. Jets-Giants. Winner basically owns supremacy, I guess. I don't know. It's a battle of mid. And no, that Giants stat line is not deceiving you. That is actually what it is. I will get to that in a minute, though. But the Jets, the fucker of your mother, went 17 for 36, 240 yards, and a touchdown. He also ran 4 times for 25 yards. And Garrett Wilson caught it 7 times for 100 yards. For the Giants, the combined effort of Tyrod Taylor and Tommy DeVito, yes, Tommy DeVito, everybody, went 6 for 14, 7 yards. If you count all the sacks and everything into it, the total amount of passing yards the Giants had was -9. Negative fucking 9. This is... How do you fuck up this bad? That's what I want to know. How do you fuck up this bad? Saquon Barkley, on the other hand, had a nice day. 36 carries for 128 yards. Receiving, it was just Matt Breida, the 1 catch for 4 yards. This game was so ugly, in fact, that we decided, apparently we need overtime for this. Jets wound up emerging victorious 13-10 when all was said and done. Let's get the fuck away from this game. For the next matchup on dock, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, you're trash. Straightforward, you're trash. No, I don't have a place to talk because my team, but you're trash. Complete and utter trash. Fire Matt Canada, please. For Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence went 24 for 32, 292 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Travis Etienne carried it 24 times for 79 yards, and Evan Ingram caught it 10 times for 88 yards. For the Steelers, the combined effort of Kenny Pickett, who left the game with an injury, and Mitch Kissintitties went 25 for 43, 211 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Jalen Warren carried the ball 5 times for 19 yards, and Deontay Johnson caught it 8 times for 85 yards. Jacksonville walks out of Acrisure Stadium with the win, 20-10. God, I don't know. Steelers gone Super Bowl? For our next matchup, we got an NFC East showdown between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Washington was up massive early in the game, but Philadelphia said, I don't fucking think so, Buster. You're not beating us. For the Eagles, Jalen Hurts went 29 for 38, 319 yards, and threw up 4 touchdowns. Jesus Christ. DeAndre Swift carried it 16 times for 57 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, it's A.J. Brown, catching it 8 times for 130 yards and 2 touchdown receptions. Goddamn, have a day. For the Commanders, Sam Howell went 39 for 52, 397 yards, 4 touchdowns as well, and a pick. Still a career day despite the pick. Brian Robinson carried it 10 times for 59 yards. And for receiving, it was Jahan Dotson. 8 receptions, 108 yards, and a touchdown. All en route to a historic Philadelphia comeback, making the Commanders choke on their own shit. 38-31 is your final. Washington, I just gotta know what in the blue blazing fuck you're doing. Seriously, I mean, look at deadlines. Oh, by the time this video is up, the deadline's already passed. In the meantime, I guess past me will just ask you this. What's your move, fucker? What's your move? For the next matchup, we got ourselves a bit of a rodeo between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowgirls. I'm not going to start calling them that either. This was a shootout. It may not look like it for both sides, considering one side is least favorite. I guess fewer that are. Who the fuck am I kidding? This wasn't a shootout. This was just a goddamn massacre and a beatdown and a half. For the Rams, Matt Stafford went 13 for 22, 162 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Royce Freeman carried it 9 times for 44 yards and a touchdown. And for receiving, it wasn't Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua. It was instead Darrell Henderson catching it 3 times for 54 yards. And for the Cowgirls, Dak Prescott went 25 for 31, 304 yards, 4 tutties, and a pick. Tony Pollard carried it 12 times for 53 yards. And see these nuts lamb. My God, kid, you are something good. 12 catches, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Sir, have yourself a fucking day because you are good. 43-20, your final from Dallas. Jerry is all excited again. Whatever. But honestly, though, I was honestly expecting this result. This was something that anyone could have saw from a mile away. For our next matchup, we get an NFC North showdown between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers, a rivalry renewed. Both teams are ass, but one team had to be less ass today. And we already know who it was in this case. For the Vikings, Kirk Cousins went 23 for 31, 274 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Alexander Madison carried it 16 times for 31 yards. For receiving, it was KJ Osborne, catching it 8 times for 99 yards. Nothing too special. Same thing with Green Bay. Nothing too special. Green Bay, on the other hand, had Jordan Love going 24 for 41, 229 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Jordan Love also ran 4 times for 34 yards, and Jaden Reed caught it 4 times for 83 yards. Steelers looked ass. Vikings looked ass. But the Vikings were the ones that looked less ass today. 24-10 is your final. Minnesota's back at the 500. Green Bay is just lost in a pit full of hopelessness and despair. Seriously, the cheese is going stale. Do something, Green Bay. For our next matchup, we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling up to Nashville to take on the Titans. Seriously, I mean, for what it was, this game was actually pretty good. Both teams did well. Both QBs, well, actually all 3 QBs in this case, did well enough to, carry the game and make it entertaining. For the Falcons, the combined effort of Desmond Ridder and an incoming Taylor Heineke went 20 for 33, 246 yards, and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson carried it 11 times for 62 yards and a touchdown. And I couldn't remember the guy's first name. Sorry, so I'll just call him Hodge. Hodge caught it 3 times for 75 yards. For the Titans, the debut of Will Levis was actually pretty good as he went 19 for 29, 238 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Jesus Christ. Derrick Henry ran 22 times for 101 yards, and D-Hop had himself a beautiful day. 4 receptions, 128 yards, and 3 touchdown receptions. God damn. And that is what held Tennessee, best Atlanta, 28-23 or 28-3. Ah! Falcons lose again. Titans win. I guess all's good in the world. Right? Well, this is a game I've been trying to talk about all fucking night. Up next, we got the Deflator shits taking on the Miami Dolphins. I mean, I wasn't expecting much. They were playing in Miami, but still. For the Patriots, Mac Jones went 19 for 29, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Ramondre Stevenson carried it 10 times for 39 yards, and Kendrick Bourne, 3 receptions, 36 yards, and a touchdown. And that will be the last stat line of his season, as unfortunately, in this game, he tore his ACL, and his season is done. Fucking rough. Fucking rough, man. For the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa went 30 for 45, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Raheem Mostert carried it 13 times for 46 yards and a touchdown. For receiving, it was Jalen Waddle, 7 receptions, 121 yards, and a touchdown. All en route to a Miami victory at home over New England again. 31-17 is your final. I don't know why the hell the Patriots just suck. Get back the fuck out of here. For our next matchup, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling on up to Indy to take on the Colts. Just honestly, what a game. This is a good game. Another good game. And who doesn't love good games, right? But the Saints, Derek Carr went 19 for 27, 310 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill ran 9 times for 63 yards and also had 2 touchdowns. For receiving, it was Rashid Shaheed, 3 receptions, 153 yards, god damn, and a touchdown. Again, man, that's a damn. For the Colts, Gardner Minshew went 23 for 41, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Jonathan Taylor ran 12 times for 95 yards. For receiving, it was Josh Downs, 7 receptions for 72 yards. The Colts tried, but they fell short here. 38-27 is your final from Indy. New Orleans takes this one easily. Again, it was a great game. And honestly, I mean, I don't know if Indy's in trouble, but I guess time will tell. No, your eyes do not fucking deceive you. What you are seeing up here is correct. Between the Texans and the Panthers, the unfucking thinkable happened. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. For the Texans, CJ Stroud went 16 for 24 and 140 yards. Dameon Pierce ran 12 times for 46 yards. Receiving, it was Noah Brown, 3 receptions for 57 yards. For the Panthers, however, things are a little bit different. Bryce Young went 22 for 31, 235 yards, and a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard ran 15 times for 28 yards. For receiving, Adam Thielen caught it 8 times for 72 yards. Carolina, you did it! You won a game! I'm so proud of you. 15-13. Carolina finally wins a fucking football game. Bryce Young gets his first win in the NFL. Man. Just man. What the fuck is football anymore? For our next matchup, we got the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks in the Pacific Showdown. I don't know what you expected from this game, but if you had a competitive matchup on your fucking bingo board for this game, you would not have won it. You would not have won it. Because this game indeed was competitive. It was defensively competitive. It was offensively competitive as well. Both teams did very well. For the Browns, PJ Walker went 15 for 31, 248 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Kareem Hunt ran 14 times for 55 yards and a touchdown. And Amari Cooper caught it 6 times for 89 yards. Pretty damn good day indeed. For Seattle, Geno Smith went 23 for 37, 254 yards, 2 tutties, and 2 picks. Kenneth Walker ran 8 times for 66 yards. Receiving, Tyler Lockett ran 8 times for 81 yards and a touchdown. Seattle wins it on the final drive of the game. Final score 24-20. Seattle is actually pretty good. And they can even get themselves a little bit better. In a trade that happened yesterday, time of recording, the Giants have agreed to trade their defensive lineman Leonard Williams to the Seahawks for a 2024 second and a 2025 fifth. Look at you, Seattle. You're actually bolstering your defensive side. That's actually what you fucking needed. Good shit. Very good shit. And on the final leg of the Cincinnati West Coast tour, we got the Bengals taking on the 49ers in a somewhat competitive matchup, honestly. Brock Purdy was coming back from concussion protocol and did not look his best, but still did pretty damn good. Joe Burrow is getting there. He's getting better, which is good. Speaking of the Bengals, Burrow went 28 for 32, 283 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Also, I just noticed 283 yards, 28 to 3. Ah! Joe Mixon ran it 16 times for 87 yards and a touchdown. And Jamar Chase caught it 10 times for 100 yards and a touchdown. That dude is insane. For the Niners, big cock Brock Purdy went 22 for 31, 365 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Brock Purdy also ran 6 times for 57 yards. For receiving, it was George Kittle, 9 receptions, 149 yards. Goddamn. But somehow wasn't enough for San Fran. They lost to Cincinnati by a score of 31-17 and thus completing the sweep. They've beaten all 4 NFC West teams. God damn, son. Well. Chiefs. Time's up. Taylor Swift ain't here to save you, Travis. He ain't here. I'm not going to shout out Patrick Mahomes because he was sick, but yeah, I don't know. Speaking of Mahomes, he went 24 for 38, 241 yards, and 2 picks. Isaiah Pacheco ran 8 times for 40 yards, and Travis Kelce ran 6 times for 58 yards. For the Broncos, Chef Russ went 12 for 19, 114 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Javonte Williams carried it 27 times for 85 yards, and Jerry Jeudy caught it twice for 50 yards and a touchdown. For the first time since 2015, where the Broncos had Peyton Manning and the Chiefs had Alex Smith, the Denver Broncos have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. Final score 24-9. fucking hell. Chiefs, what the fuck is going on? For our next matchup, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling on down to Phoenix to take on the Cardinals. I don't know what you expected, but again, I was not expecting a competitive matchup for this game. I really was not. Seriously, like, this is just exciting football. And I love exciting football. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson went 18 for 27, 157 yards, and a touchdown. Gus Edwards ran 19 times for 80 yards and 3 touchdowns. God damn. And Justice Hill caught it 4 times for 40 yards. For the Cardinals, Josh Dobbs went 25 for 37, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. DeMarcado ran 20 times for 78 yards. And for receiving, it was Trey McBride catching it 10 times for 95 yards and a touchdown. Despite getting an onside kick and scoring, the Ravens had other plans. You fail. Final score 31-24. Ravens win. Ravens win. Arizona is still shit. Just as the doctor ordered. And now we got Sunday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles iPhone Chargers. Wait, what happened to the freaking Winnie the Pooh bear? I got rid of it. I changed it back to the C. I don't know. Like, they don't deserve to have the bear after how badly they're playing. For the Bears, Tyson Bagent went 25 for 37, 232 yards, and 2 picks. Dante Foreman carried it 9 times for 34 yards, and Cole Kmet caught it 10 times for 79 yards. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert the Pervert went 31 for 40, 298 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Austin Eckler ran it 15 times for 29 yards and caught it 7 times for 94 yards and a touchdown. Chargers easily win this Sunday night matchup, 30-13. I expected this game to be a lot better, but in reality, it was just a massive fucking beatdown. And no one expected anything worse. And on Monday Night Football, we get the Raiders taking on the Lions. Again, I don't know what anyone expected here, but it was a good game. All things considered, it was a good game. Turnovers galore. Everyone is going weird, I guess. Jahmyr Gibbs had a fucking breakout game. And what can I say except goddamn? For the Raiders, Jimmy G went 10 for 21, 126 yards, and a pick. Josh Jacobs ran 15 times for 61 yards and a touchdown, and caught the ball twice for 27 yards. For the Lions, Jared Goff went 26 for 37, 272 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Jahmyr Gibbs, like I said, had a breakout game. 26 carries, 152 yards, and a touchdown. That dude is special. And I mean a good kind of special. He is that fucking good. For receiving, it was Amon-Ra St. Brown continuing to display his dominance. 6 receptions for 108 yards. In the end of the day, Lions escape victorious. 26-14 is the final. I don't know what else you expected. I don't know what else you expected. And with that being said and done, that will end the video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Be sure to join me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for a fantasy football recap for Week 8. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything different. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and join the Logical Nation. But until next time, je suis de la Canadienne. Bonne nuit et au revoir.